And it was Dustin McManus, Cameron King 6th, Manuel Harrison and Tom Jones 7th. That's not unusual. Mike Single and Dustin Renteria were 8th. Tanner Autry and Tyler Jones 9th. And Tyler Toline and Colby Silkwood took the top 10 spots in their division races. We have got the card up. We're going to see who is going to grab the Lucas Oil hole shot here for Open B and see who's going to get that big golden bear as the card goes sideways. And here we go as the gate is down. Suzuki rider on the inside. That looks to be the 74 of Dylan Schwartz with a monster lead at the top of the hill. So Dylan Schwartz with the Lucas Oil hole shot. The 157 coming down the hill behind him. Dustin McManus in second. Austin Black third. Todd Seabell was fourth. And the 951 of Ethan Reyes rounding out the top 5 bottom of the hill. But Dylan Schwartz with a monster jump off the gate. Grabs that Lucas Oil hole shot, and he is already gone at the front of the pack. Austin Black gets into second. So Dylan Schwartz, Austin Black, 1 and 2. The Bar X Motorsports, Chaparral, FMF Fly Racing, Suzuki riders. Max Miller into third, Ty Sebel to fourth. Dustin McManus rounds out the top 5. Colby Kopp, Brandon Thomas 6th and 7th. Ethan Reyes is 8th. Tommy Rios 9th. And Dustin Renteria going to round out the top 10 here first time around. Top 10 in this moto brought to you by the folks from Maxxis Tires. The Max Cross ST developed by the King, Jeremy McGrath. Grab a set and rip a hole shot, Maxxis Tires. The Suzuki teammates are getting away at the front of the pack. The 2 Bar X Chaparral riders 4 seconds ahead of Max Miller. So Miller's going to have to find another gear. And we'll see what we're looking at for lap times here next time they hit the finish line. Schwartz and Black making their way back into view. There's the Suzuki riders. And it looks like Miller getting a little breathing room over the Yamaha Todd Seabell. So Schwartz bringing it around at a 2:02, Austin Black 2:03. So there is Dylan Schwartz. There is his teammate on the Fly Racing FMF twisted development back ride. Austin Black still running second. Max Miller in third. He's gotten himself away from the 829 of Seibel. But Miller still not closing the gap on the leaders. Colby Kopp rounding out the top 5, bottom of the hill. Dustin McManus, Brandon Thomas, Rene Rodriguez, Ethan Reyes, and Dustin Renteria. That is still your top 10. And Tommy Rios not getting a good start in this one. He was third in his division. He is outside the top 20 right now, so big problems for the 24 Yamaha. So there is Schwartz and Black. And Austin Black chipping away at that lead. He had 4 seconds on Austin Black. It's down to just a little over 2.5. So Dylan Schwartz going to have to smooth it out, keep himself moving forward. You can see Schwartz, one of the few riders who is not elected to run handguards on this somewhat rocky course. There's Miller and Seibel. The powerhouse KTM ride of Colby Kopp continues to round out the top 5. So riders starting to spread out a little bit on the field. Looks like Rene Rodriguez making a run at Dustin McManus. And here we go. The teammates are going to start the battle for the lead. So Austin Black, he has caught the back fender of his Suzuki teammate. So Schwartz in the blue riding gear, Black in the black riding gear, fittingly enough. That's going to put lap 4 in the books. Working on 5. So Austin Black taking the lead away. And Schwartz is starting to lose time to him. Well, I thought that was Schwartz who still had the lead coming down that runway there. And no, it's Austin Black. Schwartz on the climb up to the top of the hill. He's going to close in on the 55. Oh, your leader goes down. Austin Black loses the front tire, and Dylan Schwartz goes by. Black has got to get going. He's going to hang on to second, but it looked like a little bit too much front brake at the top of that hill, and Austin Black just slid out. And just like that, Dylan Schwartz is going to have a big gap now on his teammate. So Austin Black doing all that work to get out front. A half a lap later, he goes down. Rene Rodriguez gets around the 45 of Colby Kopp to put himself into the top 5. It looks like McMahon is trying to do the same thing. And he's going to get him. And Colby Kopp, he is way off the pace. Looks like he may have a flat tire. He's looking down at the bike. And I think the 45 has got a flat tire on the back. So Dylan Schwartz going to make his way into that Jeremy's pad turn and back up to the top of the Mammoth Freeway with a solid gap. And Schwartz was lucky he didn't hit his teammate at the top of the hill there. He was right on the inside, able to get on the binders and not run right over Austin Black. It is still Miller and Seibel third and fourth. And there's Rene Rodriguez rounding out the top five on the 111. So Brandon Thomas moves to sixth. Dustin McManus is seventh on the 157. And it looks like Colby Kopp going to pull it off. He does have a flat rear tire. So Mike Single moves to eighth, Dustin Renteria ninth, and Tom Jones going to round out the top 10 on the 440 run. Looking for the 74, Schwartz. Down to the finish line turn, there's the white flag. So Dylan Schwartz, one more time around, and he is going to be your champ here in the Open B. So Austin Black able to get around to the lead, and then a little miscue at the top of the hill puts him back to second. Miller and Seibel still third and fourth. And Rene Rodriguez, the 111, rounding out the top five. So your leader working the right side, heading off out of view into that new rhythm section. And looking for the 74 of Dylan Schwartz. Make his way out of that rhythm section and pop back into view, the Suzuki rider. There is Schwartz down to the Jeremy's pad tree turn. Austin Black working to hang on to that second spot. Max Miller has caught the back tire of the Suzuki of Austin Black. And it looks like Miller's going to be right on Austin Black, bottom of that section. The race win on the 74 FMF Fly Racing Chaparral Motorsports Bar X Suzuki goes to Dylan Schwartz. Austin Black will get second, and Max Miller third. And it looks like it's going to be Todd Sebel and Rene Rodriguez rounding out the top 5. And Dylan Schwartz gets the Lucas Oil hole shot and is able to hang on and take the moto win. He is going to have that big bear. And right now we're going to get ready to send it down to the AmeriCorps SMX Victory Podium, right alongside the Lucas Oil Pavilion. And Kevin Kelly going to get a chance to talk to our moto winner and Lucas Oil Hole Shot Award recipient. And I'll send it to you, Kevin.
Larry Brooks down here giving the old customary post-win high five. Myron Short putting the helmet on its proper location, the helmet stand. We're going to get Dylan Schwartz to cruise around the backside of this machine. Get some of that delicious water. He's also got a kid. You just won the My Lucas Oil Kid Hole Shot, so congratulations. You skip all the hard work. No, you get the My Lucas Oil Hole Shot Award, and you have the Moto win as well, and that's good enough for the overall, the final. Man, you and Austin Black, we knew it was going to be a good one.
Yeah, I knew I had to get on start on him to compete with him. You know, he's riding really good. I got to give it up to him. So, yeah, I just got off to the good start, and I just tried to ride the best I could. 450 is a lot to handle, and, yeah, I'm just getting used to it.
Yeah, so not a lot of time on the 450?
Yeah, I've just rode it 2 times before here, so I was on the fence in practice and just decided to wing it for the race, and, I mean, it pulled through.
Looks like it worked out. You got a big bear coming your way, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Talk those sponsors up. Now's the time.
The whole BarX Motorsports team, Suzuki, Pirelli, Twisted, FMF, Fly, 100%, Monster, my family, my mechanic, Caden, everyone that supports me, I really can't thank them enough.
How about it? Put your hands together for the number 74 of Dylan Schwartz. My Lucas Oil Hole Shot Award, check. Race win, check. Big Bear, check.